Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. This is going to be a reading on Kash Patel and his confirmation hearing to be the FBI director. Some of the he was basically confronted with past statements that he's made about the deep state and the media needing to be investigated. If he were, basically, if not saying if he's head of the FBI, but when he's like on Steve Bannon's show and stuff like that, he's railing on the deep state, as it were, and basically came up with a target list and enemies, so to speak. And then one of the senators, I can't remember Sheldon Whitehouse, but one of the senators basically quoted former Trump administration personnel, John Bolton, Bill Barr, who else did he quote? Others, conservative, Republican, Trump members that basically said that this guy doesn't have the skills or the background to be. I think Trump tried to make him the acting FBI director or the somebody with the intelligence agencies or something like that, to the point where Gina Haspel, sorry, I'm screwing up all the names here. She's the lead of the CIA. Basically, she would resign rather than agree to have this person in that position here. Then he was confronted with things that he said in the past, and like the January, he helped produce like the January 6th anthem, and he was on like a Steve Bannon show saying we got the guys down there, we recorded them, we produced the album, and then was asked, well, did you do this? He goes, I did not record the album, no. So he's being very specific with his words, like he wasn't the one pushing the record button. That's his idea of what I didn't record the album. And when I asked, well, why are you saying we if you didn't have any involvement on it? It's like, oh, it's the royal we. It's like, he's just ridiculous. He's parsing words. There was one other thing. What was it? It was, he was on this one conservative podcast by this guy named Stu. And he says, do you know Stu Lewis or whatever the person's name was? He's like, not off the top of my head. It's like, you were on his podcast 8 times. And I think Midas Touch had a clip of him signing off on that a montage of him signing off on that podcast. So he is not upfront. He's not an honest purveyor of truth in answering questions. He's deceptive, and I'll be really curious to see how the cards look to see if Kash Patel is going to get nominated. He is one of, just like having Matt Gaetz be the Attorney General, this guy is like one of the guys I do not want in charge of the FBI. I don't want Tulsi Gabbard in as the Director of National Intelligence either. I'm willing to suffer through Kennedy before Kash Patel's higher up on my list of no way, no how, you don't let this guy in. But let's see what the cards have to say on that, okay? So for entertainment purposes only and to provide some insight, how did the Kash Patel Senate confirmation hearings go today? Charitable at best. Okay, so we've got the 6 of coins here. It is a card of charity. It's kind of like, it's a big payoff with small returns here. Cross with the Chariot. It's like him being rewarded for being a lackey, which is why he's there in the first place. Underneath it all, heartbreak, betrayal. This is, I think even the Republicans don't really want it. He's a terrible choice. Flat out, he's a terrible choice. I'm curious to see if this means he's going to go ahead anyways. But it was not a good confirmation hearing. Oh, and here's a fun fact. One of the things I read on Blue Sky, I believe, probably from George Conway, because I follow him there, is that whenever the Democrats were asking Kash Patel questions, Fox News went to commercial. And when it was a Republican asking him questions, they showed it. So it's another way the media can manipulate these hearings so that their audience only hears what they want them to hear. Welcome to the dystopian world that we live in. In the past Wheel of Fortune, again, he's being rewarded for things that he's done in the past, but he's not somebody you can trust. He is a backstabbing, sniveling little git. Do not trust this man. Current situation, he's nobody's pick. He's nobody's pick to be the FBI director. There's going to be an effort to put... there'll be an effort to push him through. I think the other thing is, what I heard, and I don't remember who said it, is that Kash Patel's kind of one of those guys... I think it was... You know what it was? It was Kash Peters, who did some handwriting analysis on Kash Patel. And he's one of those guys that's kind of tries to charm you and be agreeable and stuff like that, but you never really know what he's thinking. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this one. He's not somebody who you can trust. He's a false friend. And his former co-workers, John Bolton, Bill Barr, and other members of that community don't like him. That's going to make things difficult for him to move forward here. Less of it true. He's been exposed. He absolutely has been exposed. Outcome, 10 of coins. If he gets in, it's because palms are being greased at this point. So there's a chance he gets in because we've got money here. Now, I would like to think that the 10 of coins is about the legacy of the director of FBI. It's supposed to be a nonpartisan position. So if he doesn't get in, it's because of tradition. That even for some Republican senators, this guy is too much. They just can't do it. I think because there's going to be folks reaching out to grease some palms, though, just like they're going to do with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to get him in there. So let's flat out ask: will Kash Patel, if everything goes as it currently is, energy-wise, will Kash Patel be successfully confirmed? Now, when I read on RFK Jr. last night, I had it really, really close. Like, vice president, like a tie, and the vice president comes down and breaks the tie, sort of thing. It might be wishful thinking on my part that Kash Patel's even in a much worse position than that. But let's see. Will Kash Patel... assuming that nothing big changes, there's no big revelations on either side, positive or negative, just kind of as the energy is flowing right now. Will Kash Patel be successfully confirmed as the FBI director, or will he be booted? Ace of Swords. That's an interesting one. Judgment. Going away. Yeah, I don't think so. My inclination is to say no, that he's not FBI director material. They're gonna punt on him. He's got too much baggage to overcome in order to lead. Trump will nominate him for something else. Basically they're gonna say no. If it's yes, I don't think it's going to be yes. If it's yes, it's going to be a hard vote to get him in. And they're only doing it to placate Trump. But I don't think that's it. I do, and I'm going to ask another question. I don't, and the next card is literally the Trump card here. Would Trump nominate him as an acting FBI? If he gets said no, Trump could still nominate an acting FBI director. Do we have one right now? Let me pause and find out. Through the mighty power of Google, we find out 3 days ago, acting FBI Director Brian Driscoll was named. And he's a veteran agent, according to like this little quick little article here. Okay. Will Kash Patel? Well, that was a no, right? Would I guess he's already got an acting. He's got an acting FBI director, so he's not going to say it. But okay, maybe like what's next for Kash Patel? If he doesn't get in, I don't think he's going to get in. What's next for Kash Patel? King of Swords. Disappointments. He wanted that. He wanted that position. No, he'd have done good. He would have done well on it for Trump, but he's not getting in. It's just not practical. I'm asking what's next for him. It's out of his hands. The choice of what's next for him is out of his hands. He didn't get what he wanted. He really wanted this position. He really, really wanted this position here. There's your Project 2025. He was gonna do what Project 2025 really wanted him to do on this one. Now Trump has to come up with something new for him. Doesn't know what to do with him, but they got to do it quick. They want to get him into the Department of Justice somehow. I would expect that he's going to be he might get nominated, like it would be like a special counsel or something like that. A special prosecutor is something they may come up with as a consolation prize. Yeah, I would not be surprised if the whole vengeance thing, the whole come up with a list to go against Trump's enemies, as it were. He's going to be involved in some project like that. So again, if the Department of Justice were going to come up with a special counsel, that's going to be interesting, because right now Clarence Thomas says there's no such things as special counsels and you can't use them, which is what got Trump out of the Mar-a-Lago documents case. Is Trump going to turn around and use special counsels to investigate other people, showing the the hypocrisy of the situation? But I think that's what would be next for Kash Patel, as far as that goes. I think I need a bath now after reading on this guy. I don't like him. Ooh, go figure. He's smarmy, not to be trusted. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.